Drop it.
Hey guys! I'm going to start out by apologizing for any background noise that you hear. My husband is home, sick, playing video games. Holy smokes, cat! And that one is just like tearing around the house. I didn't give her any catnip, I swear, but she's just all over the place. But anyways, today is going to be an advice video. How to get a binder and how to wear a binder without your parents knowing. Not everybody is lucky enough to have parents that are supportive of their transition. God, cat. It's a sad fact, but there are ways to get around it. It's a little bit more tricky, but there's ways. So, ways to purchase a binder or get a binder without your parents knowing. There's actually quite a few ways. It all starts with whatever method you choose. Make sure that you get it shipped to a friend's house. Like, you don't even have to tell them what's in the package if you aren't close enough to come out to them yet. But just be like, hey, there's a package that I don't want my parents knowing about. I'm gonna send them to your address if that's okay. Get them on board with something like that. It'll be a lot easier because you don't want the package arriving at your house or at your P.O. box and then your parents asking you a bunch of questions and stuff, because, I mean, if they're unsupportive of you being transgender, there's a good chance that they probably are one of those obsessive parents that want to know everything you do. So yeah, you probably would want to get it delivered to a friend's house or somebody else that you trust. Maybe like even somebody in the support group that you go to that you trust. I actually have a friend who ordered a binder from one of those free binder programs out there, and they shipped it straight to his house, and his mom found it and opened it up, and there was like a note saying what it was and everything there, and now she won't let him have it. So yeah, definitely make sure you don't ship it to your own house if your parents aren't supportive of you, or if you don't think they're going to be supportive of you. On to the different methods that there are of getting a binder without your parents knowing. First off, the easiest one, well, easiest if you have actual money, unless you're broke like me, use your allowance or your job money to buy a MasterCard or Visa gift card. There's a little bit of a service charge on that, like extra charge, like you buy a $50 Visa gift card and there's like, I don't know, like a $3 extra charge. But I mean, it's just a little bit extra that you have to pay, but it will be worth it. You can use those gift cards on like Amazon and places like that as your credit card, and it doesn't have to be an actual credit card. The gift cards work like a credit card, so you can order it from sites like that, or even you can pair it with a PayPal, I do believe. PayPal is another good way because you can get it directly linked to a bank account. So if you have a separate bank account that your parents don't monitor, you can like just take some funds from your bank account and put it in your PayPal. And as long as they're not monitoring your bank account, they won't see what you've purchased from PayPal because they won't be able to know your login details. So that's a couple ways that you can actually buy a binder. Obviously, there's also an option of asking your friends to buy it for you, or like an adult that you trust that you're out to, or like going to like a support group and getting somebody to buy it for you. But I wouldn't do that unless you really trust them, right? So that's ways that you can buy. But there's ways to get free binders as well, because I know a lot of teenagers don't have jobs. I did not have a job when I was a teenager, and I basically spent my allowance entirely on chimichangas. And that's not a joke, that's not a Deadpool joke, I'm not even kidding, I literally spent all my allowance money on chimichangas. So if you're like me and you were broke as a teenager, then you probably don't have the money to do something like that. You could ask for gift cards, like Amazon, or not Amazon gift cards. Well, you could ask for Amazon gift cards, but there's not that many good binders on Amazon, so I'd suggest getting something from JC2B, or, oh shoot, wait 1 second, There's another binder company that I really like, and I completely forgot their names. Not Underworks. Underworks is not good. I mean, it binds really well, but you feel like you're dying. Like, I'm wearing mine right now, and I'm like... Oh god, I made myself choke. Oh, but Shapeshifters Incorporated, they make binders, so it's like JC2B, and it's like all handmade and stuff, and they have really cute designs. Like, they have like mermaid patterns, and they have like Steven Universe things, and I requested a Team Rocket one, and they're making a Team Rocket one, and I really want to buy that when that comes out. Yeah, so that one's also a very good one. But Amazon mostly has those knockoff ones, and the problem with those is that they are usually not safe and will strangle you when you're wearing them, and it's not fun to be strangled. Okay, anyways, whoa, I just went off on a tangent. I forget where I am. Oh yeah, so you can ask for Visa and MasterCard gift cards for Christmas or your birthday or whatever, so that works too if you're broke. What I did like to do before I had binders, I created a Tumblr account. I know Tumblr can be a pretty problematic place. I don't like using that word because, I mean, I sound like I'm from Tumblr when I use that word, but it is, there's like a lot of really troublesome things, especially for transgender men on there. A lot of negativity towards them. You just gotta stay away from blogs like that. But create a Tumblr account, just go on like the Steven Universe, Doctor Who tags, whatever, you know, stuff that you like. Don't follow blogs because you'll run across a lot of really triggering kind of stuff. See, triggering is also kind of a Tumblr word. Whatever. And then just search binder giveaway for the tags on Tumblr, and there's usually like 3 or 4 going at once. You just have to follow their blog and reblog it a couple times or whatever, and you'll get entered in on these contests, and eventually you might get a binder that way. That's always good. I mean, it's free. It might take a while though. It's all based on luck, right? So it's not exactly the most ideal one, but it doesn't hurt, you know? There's also free binder programs like Binders for Teens. I'll put links to everything in the section below so you can easily get the resources so you don't have to listen to my rambling. Another good way is to go to like the nearest FTM support group or transgender support group and see if anybody has like old binders that they want to donate. There's also like, you can join FTM or transgender Facebook groups and ask if anybody has binders, like old binders to give away. Or sometimes there's people who have a little bit extra money, and since they've been in that position before and they know how much it sucks, they will buy you a binder. And there's also a group called FTM Binder Exchange, which is meant exactly for that purpose, so that would definitely be a good one to join. Okay, so that's basically just ways to buy or get a binder without your parents finding out about it. As for wearing a binder without your parents noticing, that one may be tricky, but it's not as tricky as it sounds, because people don't really look at your chest, especially not like people who are close to you. I feel like people don't, their eyes don't go there, and they don't notice it. They're just thinking, oh, maybe you're not wearing a bra today, so it looks flatter and you have like a more baggier t-shirt or something, but they don't notice. I was wearing a binder for like quite a few months before I came out as transgender, and according to my husband, he didn't even notice that I had a binder. He didn't know. So, yeah, obviously it worked quite well, and nobody noticed. But if they ask you about it, just be like, why are you looking at my boobs? But if you're really nervous about that, you can always just, like, stuff a bra to your cup size and, like, just tape the stuffing or whatever to the bra, and wear your binder, and then put the bra over the binder. And then when you leave the house, take off the bra and put it in your backpack. You can take off a bra without even taking off your shirt. I can. I know lots of people who can. It's actually pretty easy once you learn how to do it. You kind of just unhook it, and then you just pull pull out the one strap over your arm, and then you do the same with the other side. Just pull down from underneath, and you can take it off without even pulling up your shirt, which is great. But you'll have to go to the bathroom to put it back on before you get home. If you leave home with boobs and come home without boobs, they're probably gonna notice that, because that is a little weird. Yeah, that will work just fine for you. Just put the bra on, take it off when you leave the house, put it back on before you go home. But yeah, that's about all for the advice video. Also, additionally, just wanted to talk about this. I switched from the intramuscular to the subcutaneous or whatever. Sub-Q is what most people call it, shots. Like, I was stabbing myself with a really long needle in the leg, and it was giving me really bad anxiety. So I switched to a needle like that short, and I just stabbed myself in the stomach. You see that face? That's my band-aid. And the ears are on my skin. It's actually quite simple, because you just kind of make a cross, and then like those 4 squares, that's where you can do the shot. It's a lot easier to find the injection site, and it's a lot less painful and a lot less like anxiety inducing. So if you are going to start testosterone, I highly suggest doing that if you are afraid of needles, because it is a lot easier and a lot less scary. And so far we haven't found any negative side effects. The tea gets taken the same way, your levels stay consistent, so far there hasn't been any negatives. Just the only thing to remember is, like, it's a shorter needle, so there's a better possibility of it leaking out. So do it slower, like push in the testosterone slower, and leave the needle in for a couple seconds if you can without fainting, and then put a band-aid on right away after you take it out, and then you won't have any leakage problems. But anyways, that's about it for this advice video. I hope that it helped some people. I don't know, my rambling sometimes will, and again, all the links will be in the not comment section, you know, the description thing, whatever that thing is. Yeah, that box down there. See that box? That right there? That is where all the links are gonna be, and yeah, I hope you guys liked the video, and I'll see y'all later. Bye!